What's up, everyone? Guys, this is new. Welcome back to my WWE WrestleMania 39 Night 1 review. And did a very good show last night. WrestleMania week. A lot of good shows. We had Supercard of Honor. We had Joy Janela Spring Break, just to name a few. And Night 1 of WrestleMania, very good show. So let's not waste time. Let's get into it. Show opens with Becky G performing the anthem. Not too familiar with her, but I thought she did a good job with the anthem, and I thought the stage looked good. I liked the setup they had. Miz and Snoop Dogg as the hosts welcome us to WrestleMania. And yeah, I think Miz did a good job of promoting hot matches. Next thing, they're opening up the show. John Cena versus Austin Theory, which we knew was opening beforehand. Cena makes his entrance with some like Make-A-Wish kids. They came out with him onto the stage, which was kind of cool. I thought they were going to give Cena the win because of that, but spoiler alert, they didn't. That was a good moment for those kids involved. And Theory, as I mentioned, gets the win after the ref takes a bump. Low blow, 8 count down, gives Austin Theory the win. I think Theory retaining was the right call. And seeing Cena again, it did kind of make me miss seeing him weekly, but I don't think he's going to really be sticking around. Not the best of matches, but it did its job. Theory got a bit of heat from it. Can't really complain too much. Men's showcase match was up next, and this was fantastic. All 4 teams looked great. Gable, got to show everyone what he can do. Chaos Theory, which is the rolling German, onto Braun. Angelo Dawkins hit great pounce on Braun Strowman as he's using the Strowman Express thing around the ring. Ricochet hit a nice shooting star to the outside to the floor. And Street Profits get the win after Ricochet. I can't remember what move he went for, but Angelo got the knees up. Ricochet was on Dawkins' knees. Montez hit a frog splash. That was enough to put away Ricochet. Very good match. All 4 teams got time to shine. All 4 teams looked very good, and a very entertaining match there. Next up, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul. Both had special entrances. Logan had a zipline entrance and a giant bottle of Prime. Seth had a music conductor conducting the crowd for the singing song. A good match. Logan was impressive again. Biggest spot came. The Prime bottle got revealed to be KSI. Of course, famous YouTuber here. And I've been watching KSI for about 10 years. Sorry. If you had known me what I was watching KSI playing FIFA 13, that one day he'll be at WrestleMania, I would have thought you were crazy, but KSI revealed to be the Prime bottle. Logan accidentally puts him through the table. KSI was filming Seth pulls him in front of, onto the table as Logan jumps. And that was probably the biggest spot of that match. And great to see KSI there. Been watching him, as I mentioned, for 10 years. And I never thought that would happen, but interesting to see if that's just a one-off, or with Money in the Bank being in the UK, maybe to get KSI involved. But I believe he has a boxing fight coming up soon, so probably not. It's probably just a WrestleMania moment. Lita, Trish and Becky then defeat Damage Control. Not really much to say here, but it was an alright match. Solid. No, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like a show stealer either, but did their job. It was a fun matchup. I thought Trish looked fantastic in this match. She didn't look like she missed a beat. And with the rumors of her and Becky possibly being at SummerSlam, Trish looked good. And if they do go that route, if Trish sticks around for a bit, maybe gets a few more matches under her to knock off a bit of. I think that could be a good match. I am a bit excited for that after seeing Trish here and her performance. So yeah, then Rey Mysterio versus Dominik was up next. Both got really cool entrances. Dom had a video of him in prison, then being brought out to the ring by the police in the back of a police van. One of the officers was Dan Barry, and I'm a big Dan Barry fan from the Indies. So it's cool to see him there. Before I get into it, Dominic looked cool as well. With the mask and the robe he had on, it looked cool. The mask really did suit him, but then Ray had his entrance coming out in a lowrider with Snoop Dogg to Nothing But a G Thing, which then transitioned into Eddie Guerrero's music and then into Ray's, which it's a nice little tribute to Eddie, and yeah, it was awesome. Of course, we can forget the cinnamon toast crunch. Mascot was there for some reason because that's what you need promoting a big father versus son grudge match is a cereal mascot. But yeah, match was alright. Our match was very enjoyable. I really enjoyed this one. Dominic threw water into Leah, his sister's face. Judgment Day, Finn and Damien came down, tried to get involved. They got taken out by the LWO, which is the Legado del Fantasma, but on SmackDown they reformed the LWO with Ray. Yeah, Dominic then gets a chain. I can't remember if the ref was distracted or if he took a bump. But yeah, Dominic grabbed the chain, went to hit Ray with it, but Bad Bunny, who was there on commentary for the Spanish announce team, stops him, which allows Ray to hit the 619 and a splash for the win. Getting the win on Dom, and then he celebrates with his family. I'd imagine they've already promoted Bad Bunny for Backlash, so I'd imagine this sets up Bad Bunny and Dom maybe against Bad Bunny and Ray, against maybe Dom and Damien Priest or Finn Balor. So yeah, the reason I said Damien Priest is because you have the history with Damien and Bad Bunny teaming at WrestleMania a couple of years ago, and it is in Puerto Rico, so get your big Latino stars and Ray and Dom, and I believe Damien is from Puerto Rico or Puerto Rican descent. Because I remember seeing an article saying that he was really pushing for this Puerto Rico pay-per-view. So yeah, excited to see where that goes. This was probably the second most match I was excited for after the main event. The story was there, the investment was there. I was excited to see this match, and plus after the Bloodline, Dominik Mysterio and Judgment Day have been my favorite thing. I've really enjoyed them. So yeah, interesting to see where this goes for the Judgment Day and Dominik Mysterio, especially after the loss to his dad. There's that push him wanting to beat Ray even more. And yeah, interesting to see where the LWO stuff goes with Ray as well. Rhea Ripley then gets things back on track for the Judgment Day, beating Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship with a riptide from the top rope. That was enough to put away Charlotte, and this match was really, really good. Charlotte and Rhea went out there with a point to prove. They were proving, we should have been the main event. Everyone was saying, now this main event, it should be the tag match, which, right call. I just want to say that was the right call. The build and the story wasn't there for this main event. But yeah, really good match. They both went out with a point to prove. It was all right, we're going to show everyone what we could do and why we can main event WrestleMania. And yeah, Rhea got the one with the riptide. Very happy for her. She's been, like I said, Judgment Day has been one of my favorite things. Of course, Rhea, big part of that. So yeah, killing it lately, deserves this big moment at WrestleMania. Miz and Snoop Dogg announced the attendance. Miz and Snoop then have a bit of back and forth. Miz I made a challenge, no one answered it, blah blah blah. Out comes Pat McAfee, who goads Miz into a match. This was just a short match. Kind of no need for it, but it was cool to see Pat again. Pat gets the win with help from George Kittle, who's an NFL player for the 49ers, I believe. So yeah, not really else to talk about there. Main event time. As I said, this was the match I was looking forward to the most out of everything on WrestleMania weekend. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, El Generico, Kevin Steen. They're the reason I started watching PWG and Ring of Honor. So to see them main event WrestleMania and win the tag team titles together, I was smiling the whole way through. I loved every second of this. It made me very happy. And yeah, Owens and Sami had PWG like logos on their gear. Of course, this being in LA, PWG was based in California. They had Super Dragon logo as well. I seen like the logo of his mask. And yeah, this match was fantastic. I was investing in every near fall. I remember, was it Sami got hit with the 1D? I was like, oh my god, they're going to have him do Usos retain. But Sami then kicks out. Like, they made me bite on that. They made me bite on near falls. Yeah, a very good match, These four fantastic Usos, one of the greatest teams of all time. Owens and Owens and Zayn, not to the best ever. I'm very happy they got to have their moment, their WrestleMania moment, especially Sami Zayn, because he's been busting his ass for so long. And, it really looked like he wouldn't get it. But I hope this is just the beginning for Sami Zayn as well. And Kevin Owens excited to see where this goes. And a fantastic match to blow off a great story between Sami and the Bloodline. And yeah, that is everything. And that is it for this kind of all the matches. Overall, very, very, very good show. Excited for night 2 now after watching that. The two matches, as mentioned, that I was invested in and wanted to see going in was Dom and Ray and Sami and KO versus Usos. Both of them really happened. There's not that I'm super invested in. On night 2, of course, you have Roman and Cody, but how do I put it? Like, I'm cool either way. If Roman wins, cool. If Cody wins, cool. I'm not really invested in either one. So, like, I'm invested in story and the bloodline and Roman, but not really invested. I like Cody, but I'm not really. It's not like Sami where I was dying to see him win. So yeah, either way, whoever wins, that's cool. Asuka Bianca again, should be a good match. Whoever wins, cool. Preferably Asuka though, because Bianca's already had the belt for a year. But yeah, so there's some good things there, but I don't think there's anything that has me overly invested as much as night 1 had storyline wise. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know what you thought night 1 of WrestleMania in the comment section below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see ya tomorrow for my night 2 review.